Yo, what it do, YouTube? Johnny here, and welcome everybody to a next episode of Planet Zoo. I'm here joined with our first ever viewer named animal. If I can, I'll go ahead and put the comment on the screen right now. And yeah, right here we have our first ever named animal. This is Tyrone the flamingo. So welcome everybody to a new episode of Planet Zoo. In the last episode, we built this big old education center. And as you guys can see, it's been coming along really well. It's actually a very popular spot. And here's the main guys of the show, the lesser Antilles iguana. And as you guys can see, right here is our big poster board. I added some just a little bit of stuff inside, like that poster board, and then inside here, I added a poster board in here. I decided I was just going to add the some screenshots or some thumbnails. For those, I did the thumbnails of the video. We made them in, but sometimes we're going to double feature enclosures, so maybe I'll just start doing screenshots of certain things now. But yeah, as you guys can tell, a lot has changed. First of all, we do have some new shops in. I don't remember if we made this last time or not, or if this is new to you guys. But this, I know for a fact, is new to you guys. I added a coffee shop. As you guys can see, we also been working around with some pathing, and we've gotten a new area started. And obviously we have some path going over here. That's because next episode, not this episode, because this episode is all about luck. Next episode is all about the transition. Today is going to be part 1 of 2. This is going to be a 2-part episode right here. This is going to be about becoming an actual zoo now. We've hit a stroke of luck in our animal market here as the roadside attraction Flamingo Sanctuary. And we have acquired some dingoes and some emus from an exotic pet trader. So we've obviously got some things ready, and honestly I think we just place some barriers for the emus and for the dingoes. I mean, the dingoes is definitely going to take a lot longer, but the emus, we're just going to do you and me here together. The dingoes, though, might be our first speed build ever. I'm not too sure. We'll see. So anyways, let's go ahead and actually get started on that. So for these guys, I think we're okay to just go null barriers. I just want to say right now, while I'm building this, I'm very, very, very happy with how those first 2 episodes are going so far. You know, just keep hitting the like button on those videos, guys. You know, I'd love to see you guys in the comment section. I want to interact with you guys. I want to make this as interactable as I possibly can, so please don't be shy. Say what you got to say. Even if you guys just want to leave a name suggestion, I don't care. Leave whatever y'all want to leave in down there. I'll be happy just to see anything. And our first emu is in, which means I can go ahead and do that. So let's take a look at you. This is probably the biggest one out of all of them, Talia. Let's see. You guys want sand. I did research these, the Australian barns, because I actually really like these blueprints and I wanted to use them. So there we go. Actually, I got this off just a bit. So do we want to do an animal talk on emus? Do we want to have that option? Honestly, I don't really care about the emus as much when it comes to learning and stuff. I mean, we could, but who knows? Who knows? Where am I going to put some education boards? That's what matters. We're going to put them right about here. You want to attract all these people to where your education boards are going to be, and it's probably going to be somewhere around there. And we'll put the sprinkler by this tree. Man, we are very rich. Like, decently rolling in the dough. Let's go ahead and take a look at our emus here. Actually, something I want to look at is your guys is... Okay, yeah, no, they can't escape or nothing. That's good. So, the only thing we have to deal with now is your guys' terrain needs. I didn't mean to click on your camera, but terrain. And the only thing you guys really want is some sand. So, I'm going to go ahead and put some sand throughout there. You guys need more sand than that. That is perfectly fine. We're gonna have like a path go out to here and kind of just pattern all this up a little bit, make it look nice and patterned out like that. And they're very happy with that. They're very happy with everything. Okay, so now what we need to do is just grab some donation bins. Let's choose the colors. I was thinking obviously orange, but I was thinking orange and yellow. That doesn't look too bad. It looks okay. Go ahead and get that research. Oh yeah, so I did want to show you guys, this is all the research I've been doing. I've gotten tons and tons of stuff out of the way. And as well as the mechanic research, I've gotten tons and tons of stuff out of the way. Okay, so last thing we need to do is media devices. So we need some habitat, education boards, which it seems like here is a good spot to do it. And I want to put these right inside these walls. But yeah, that looks good. I'm pretty happy with the flamingos. Obviously, it still needs a little bit of fleshing out. Like, first we got to put an outback sign here. And then we're probably going to put another outback sign over here. I don't know if we're going to do the same thing with the mud panels. I think we're just going to keep this all railed off like that, because I kind of like the way this looks. But you got to think, this is about to be the Dingoes is about to probably be a home run hitter for this zoo. Do we have a water treatment center that's reaching out over here? We don't. Okay. So we are going to need that as well. And I know this, yeah, has a lot more negative impact. And I'm going to put it right there. I was hitting escape to get out of the heat map. I keep doing that. That's a mistake I make a lot. There we go. Alrighty, so looking all good here. What I'm gonna do, path directly from the keeper hut to here, so that way the keepers have an easier time getting over. Okay, so now we are gonna do the dingoes. We're gonna look at this really quick. We're gonna do the dingoes. Obviously we're gonna speed build this, so I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, everyone, welcome to the speed build. First ever one here in Planet Zoo. I'm pretty excited for that. So, anyways, yes, we are working on the dingoes. Honestly, I thought, what do you call it? Initially, the reason why I decided to go outback type place was, first of all, just because emus were kind of like a not hard to come by animal, IRL. And the dingoes were also just high appeal with low spending, so there's that. But anyways, as you guys can see right now, currently I am building a little bit of a cave here, just to give the dingoes. I didn't want to go with any traditional like hard shelter with these guys. I kind of wanted to make this a big old cave that they can go down and rest in and hide in and stuff like that. I wanted these guys to be like one of those animals that, like, when you go to visit this type of zoo, or well, what will be a zoo anyways, these guys are something that you're lucky to see sometimes. Right there, I was trying to put in a some kind of rock formation on top of there to make it look a little bit more smoothed out, but it really wasn't going. So honestly, after a while, I just gave up on that, and maybe I'll come back to it and make that look a little bit nicer. But right now, as you guys can see, I'm just kind of been copying and pasting a nice big old border line for all of these things. Don't worry, I do kind of flesh it out a little bit and move some rocks around a little while later. I don't remember if I did that on camera or not. But anyways, so as you guys can see right now, I'm just finishing off the little curve bits in areas, getting the corners all cornered off, and just getting this all nice and done. Honestly, this took like 40 minutes for me, but for you guys, it's probably going to take not even 5. So yeah, and honestly, I was really happy with that. And then after a while, I had to turn the light on. This part was probably the hardest thing, because I really wasn't sure how I was going to get the keepers in there. At first I tried, as you guys can see now, building like an underground path to go to it, and I honestly spent way too much time trying to do that. I mean, it would have worked, but it would have taken, like, as you guys can see right about now, it would have taken quite a bit of space up, and I didn't want to do that. So, yeah. Right now, I'm currently just burying everything, and I don't know. I'm really excited for these next two coming up episodes where we solidify ourselves up as a zoo. And as you guys are about to see, honestly, I just kind of gave up after a while with the underground path thing and decided to try and do some kind of gate with a little slanted area down there. And honestly, I struggled hardcore with building this entrance. I always have a hard time building the pit areas in because I don't know why, that's just something I've always struggled with. And honestly, I should have just placed the gate there, but I decided to be a little stubborn and stuff. So obviously, you guys can see after a while, I got that all in perfectly fine. And then I placed the dingoes in, and yeah, I mean, everything looks pretty good there for the most part. And as you guys can see currently, I'm just putting in a little bit of a wall there. I'm just going to stick with the rock basket wall just because it looks good. It looks pretty good in comparison. And as you guys can see, I'm just fixing all their escape routes in the moment and just kind of messing with all the stuff they can do. And then I find that they can get out over there. So I kind of switch that rock around. And after, I think, just a little bit more tinkering, I think that was the last thing. Yeah, and then now they can't get out. And their whole layout is done. And now, obviously, you guys can see I'm sanding it up because I wanted these guys to have a lot of sand. And then I kind of grass it up to make it look like a nice little Australian outback savanna type place. And then I start jazzing the place up a little bit, getting it nice and, I was going to say green, but most of those plants were dead. So... And then I go ahead and place some reeds by the little stream that I put in there. And now I just kind of get some sprinklers and other things like that. And I put some bedding in there. And I started messing with the smoothing tool because I didn't think they'd get in there. I think they... it still looks a little weird, but I know for a fact they can go down there now. But and then just kind of mess with the work zones, which I added. I don't know if I have that in or not, whether or not that I added in the work zones. And I got a ton of research done and everything like that, which I'm really happy with. And now you guys can see I'm just making some finishing touches with donation bins. And I actually ended up making finishing touches longer than I ended up doing the dingo enclosure. I started adding a bunch of speakers in and stuff like that, and donation bins in. At this point, I was just trying to figure out where all the people were going to be grouping up at, and then here you guys can see me fixing these rocks up and moving them all out and stuff like I said I was going to do. So yeah, it was really just a very simple build. It wasn't too crazy or anything. The water's keeping clean and everything like that. And at this point now, I'm actually starting to flesh out and do all the decorations and everything like that, as you guys can see. I get in all the signs and whatnot, and the signs were a pain. The signs were definitely a pain because nothing wanted to snap to the mud brick wall or whatever it's called. I think it's mud brick. And then you guys can see over here, I'm doing the sign for that, which honestly looks a lot better in almost 5 times the amount of speed. And as you guys can see, I move it over there, and then I change the color of it. And yeah, okay. After a little over 30 Zoo Planet years, we have finally started our first steps of becoming an actual zoo. And something I actually want to look at is how much money we made off of last year. We lost quite a lot of money, but we did spend... Hold on, isn't there like construction costs? Staff wages... Facility running costs. Oh, purchases. Okay. Yeah, construction costs. So we've spent $11,000 in the past... Actually, $12,000 in the past 2 years. Both of these enclosures took $12,000 out of our... Jeez, that's a lot of money. But everything is, for the most part, is finished. The last things I didn't do these on camera, but I put in some benches, some speakers, some uh, benches, bins, speakers, and some more stuff. Got more education thingies. And yeah, honestly, it looks really nice. I'm really happy with how the Dingo's enclosure looks. The Dingo's enclosure looks quite good. And the emus does look pretty good as well. So we do have to name these now. And what are we going to name the emu enclosure? We're going to call it Emu Barn. It's going to be something pretty simple. Just Emu Barn. And then we're going to call you Dingo. Well, where are the dingoes? Are they down there? Oh yeah, they're down there. The only thing is I don't see the dingoes being crazy active all the time. They might be down here 90% of their day. Oh, and his nose is in the ground. That's okay. But that's good. We have our new animal, and I know these guys are going to be a home run. I know everybody's going to love these guys. Honestly, they're probably my most appealing. They are. I've been recording for about an hour now, so I think we're going to leave this here. Next episode, we are going to be completely, like, right where this path is here. Cut this off. Destroy this whole thing, turn those guest spawners off, and I don't know, put some trees and bushes in front of that. And we're going to probably build a new entrance over here. We're going to have a big old parking lot and then like a entryway and everything, and that'll look really nice. But for now, everything looks pretty darn good. So, no renaming our zoo this time. We're still Flamingo Sanctuary for now. Next episode, though, we may be able to branch out into a full-blown zoo and have a grand reopening by, not next episode, but the episode after. We might have a grand reopening by then. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like. Leave a comment if you guys want to name one of the dingoes, emus, etc. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Cercudo, unido, clinza. Ondruan rotodo.